Good morning. I'm Calicokate, and this is Friday Sews. I'm sitting down for this one because yesterday I sewed and sewed and sewed. Did I finish anything? No, but I've got a whole lot started. On my project Dress-A-Girl, I got all of the armholes with bias tape on them. I have all the pockets and labels sewn on them. I have the drawstring folded and pressed, and all of the hems folded and pressed. I had the two that I got done, and I've got 9 of these ready to sew. So they're sitting right here on my sewing machine, ready to finish up. Just like my aprons, I am using multi-colored thread. And I think for little girls, that'll give it a little more to it. And I'm thinking, since it's just going around the neck and the hem, I might do little flowers or little hearts or something to that effect. But I've got those all done. And then I was working on the towels. Do you guys ever use your scissors as weights? So I have all of these cut out. I have elastic put in because I'm going to sew buttons. My mother-in-law, I found, had a vintage snap thing to put in. Not sure, no directions left because she knew how to do it. So I've got to figure that out. And I thought, I've got a lot of fun buttons. I'll just use those. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 toppings, 7 toppings. And, excuse me, all the towels have something across the bottom. Some came with decor. Some I'm putting on. So I've got those to put on my towels and hands finish up. But I have them all ready to finish up this coming week. I'll probably do a lot of it in this pile on my sewing machine today. The grandkids get out at 1:30, so they'll be here by 2:30, and I would like to have that all done. Jackson will go with the men, whatever they're doing, I would say, but Emerson and I are going to bake cookies, so she doesn't know that yet, but that's what we're doing. Then I love Marketplace sometimes, not all the time. I got this pile and a couple of hot pads, mitts, all of this for $2. So I thought, and they're cute. They've got a Santa on them. This one has a cute little Santa. Poinsettia. This is an entire kit just like that from Walmart. I may not even undo it. It may go with some homemade cookies, and there can be a teacher's gift if Nikki wants it. But I got all of this for $2, as I was saying. So when I saw that, it was a yard sale that leftovers. I thought, yeah, that's a lot of gifts. So I have those to do closer to Christmas time. After several attempts, the baby has a dress. Her head is so big. So I decided to do sleeveless because I was having trouble. Remember, I have never done dog clothes. I was having trouble doing arms, sleeves. I will think of the right words. And I decided, you know what? This little baby doesn't care. She's at least got clothes on. So that can go back up on the shelf. And looking in some of my mother-in-law's things, I found this vintage box of vintage snaps, hooks, buttons, all kinds of things. So studs, that I thought are just priceless, especially when you think about my sewing machine, my sewing journal. Like, you know, that would go in it. Might be the closure, actually. I haven't even thought about a closure. So I thought that was just really fun. Now, she was really into horses, so she has some horse buttons. She has these bright yellow buttons, and these are some of the buttons I will probably use on those towels. We don't know. And then I got Emerson's dress started. Simplicity 8102. She wants the cat purse too, of course. But on the side here, it shows a ruffle. Well, when I was cutting out, I did the size 6. Well, she shot up more than that. So it's too short. So what I'm going to have to do is, she already wanted a ruffle, so that's fine. So I've got it cut out, but I'm going to do a second ruffle. Because it fits, all of it is almost a little too big, but the length. This is my first facing. I'm embarrassed to show it. I have never done a facing before. Don't know if I will ever do one again. I thought that was hard. But I guess it's one of those things that take practice. I'm going to sew it down, and I'm going to let her pick the stitch on my sewing machine so that it can be this way. Some fun little stitch that she wants. And it may have so many different stitches. I still have to put a pocket on it, so it's not quite done. But we're in Northeast Missouri, and it is going to start getting cooler, so Nana needs to get busy with that. And then from Aunt Beck's Creation, I made one of her little owls, and I thought they turned out so cute. Well, I had it sitting on the craft table, and Emerson comes in, and she sees it and wanted to make one. Well, it had to go home because she had to show Mom and Dad and everybody. And so she picked out her fabric. She used the same fabric as I did. Oh, I guess she used the back. And I really took the vintage, what is it, Tim Holtz's stain. And I just took my dauber and went around it to make it old and dirty-ish. We didn't do that to hers because she didn't want it to get dirty. I used some of the buttons that I'd found in the box. I had the raffia. I had the brown ticking, just ready to be used. So it took no time at all. Well, she did the same, only she chose brown linen for the nose, green eyes, and the same brown linen for the wings. And she was going to take it home with her, and it was going to be another pillow on her bed, not like she needed another one. So that is kind of what got done. Well, got started. Like I said, nothing got finished. I am about out of enough fabric to cut out more dresses. I'm going to look at some, all I have sewn with is cotton. So I am leery about doing other fabrics. And I'm thinking, you know, knit and stuff like that just aren't as cool. Especially in those hot countries that, you know, stay, Africa and some of those that stay hot all the time. I am going to cut out probably the pillowcases for the kids. Going to cut out the basket for my girlfriend. But I'm going to get all these dresses finished, and I have a box started for mailing. And the ties, I may not have enough for the ties, but if nothing else, I'll just do some fabric ties, you know, where you fold them in and sew them. But that's kind of what I have been up to. Thrift storing, I did find some pink fabric, but I was looking at it again last night, and it may be too thin. Going to have to check that out closer. I'm not sure with a baby, which my dresses are for tiny ones, toddlers. So I'm not sure with them if it matters so much if it's see-through. And it's not very see-through at all. But I'm going to double check it and decide. And I'll go through my other fabric. I did think about using this floral fabric that I'm using for Emerson's, she helped me cut it out, fabric. But that white's a little see-through too. And I just don't, I think I'm going to make larger dresses. I don't know. I may break down and try doing one of those with the facing. Don't hold your breath on that one. It's kind of like when I sew with Minky. It's either going to be a very little project or I love you a whole bunch. We don't know. Oh, and then on my burner, since it's now fall, look at this mug I found. Is that not cute? And I can stick it in the dishwasher and it doesn't get too hot to take back out. So this has my hot tea in it. I just thought that was really cute. When I was with my sister, I took from her house this cute little panel. And I would like, and I love the shoes. Look at those shoes. Are those just not the cutest thing? But I found that panel, so it came home with me. Well, I was looking and at Joann's, that day we went to Joann's and we did a huge, if you haven't seen it, for those of you new to my channel, if you go to my channel, Calicokate / Kathy Cowell, I don't know if really that the spaces matter, but I have a huge haul from my sister's house on there. I also have her sewing room that is unbelievable to me. And then she and I went to Joann's because they were having a big sale. So I got this fabric, that pretty little green and gold plaid. And I got this cute acorn fabric. And then I have some of these left over that from my project dress a girl that I thought would be pretty in there. So they kind of go with the fabric, the colors that are in the panel. So I thought I might try and maybe work on that sometime soon. But I want to finish these dresses. I want to finish the towels because I want Nikki and I to try them to see if they even are decent enough to use. I want to get Emerson's dress done all first. And then I'll go to the pillowcases and I'll go to the little bag for my girlfriend. And then I want to get started on this before it gets to be November. But right now, that's all on my radar. I probably going to start on these dresses, turn on an Audible book. I did one yesterday. I did a whole book. I started it when I went for my walk. I kept it going and till about 3 when I got tired. And then I took a break and went to Lizzie Brewer's little sell the thing. And then and then this morning I was up at 4:30. So I did all the hemming and neck parts of all those dresses this morning at 4:30. Took an hour. I timed myself. It took just an hour. So no big deal. I hope you have a wonderful sewing week. I hope you have a lovely day. And I want to wish you the very best. And remember, you have a purpose.